I spent 12 months of my life learning from a traditional business school, learning how to run a business. This business school was ranked top 100 in the world, and all I left with was $16,000 of student debt and no clue how to run a business. And then after that year, I then started learning from people who had actually ran businesses, and these people would sometimes be referred to as online gurus. And since I started learning from these online gurus, I have genuinely learned how to run a business, how to create value in the marketplace, how to get paid as an entrepreneur and create an income completely online and completely on my own terms. So yes, this topic is somewhat controversial, traditional education and the systems education and the path that's laid out for you compared to online education, which is something a little bit new and something a lot of people aren't familiar with and a lot of people think is quite scammy or unregulated and not honest and etc. etc. I've had experiences with both, okay? So I'm only gonna be talking about my experiences with traditional education, what I learned there, the value I got from that, and then I'm only gonna be talking about my experiences with online education and business gurus and that type of stuff. So in 2022, so now it's 2024, in 2022, so 2 years ago, I studied at the University of Adelaide at the business school. I was studying a diploma in business. The reason it was only a diploma is because I was using that diploma to go back to the USA to study full time and do a bachelor's in some type of business degree. During this year at the University of Adelaide at that business school, the diploma I was studying would have been equivalent to a first year business degree. So if I was doing a full-time business degree at the University of Adelaide, I was learning the same stuff, doing the same classes that I would have done in a diploma of business as I would have done in that degree. So it's the same thing. Anyway, classes I was taking was Intro to Marketing, Entrepreneurship Foundations and Mindset, Business Finance, Data Analytics, Accounting, and then Personal and Professional Development possibly as well. I think that's all I can remember. The main ones that obviously apply to business was the marketing one, the Entrepreneurship Foundations and Mindset, the Accounting, Data Analytics, and Business Finance. The lecturers for these subjects, which I think marketing and the Entrepreneurship Foundations and Mindset one were the two most important. The lecturers I had for these two. For the marketing one, the person who was teaching me how to market had run a charity in the past with some friends and had a website as his marketing, and that was it. Never ran ads, never did anything organic, never made content, never taught us about what traffic was. The guy had never ran a successful marketing campaign or advertising campaign. I'm sure if I asked him if he knew what return on ad spend was, what running ads were, what cost per lead was, conversion rates, all this stuff here, which is just simple marketing terms, which I've come to learn over the last 2 years. If I was to ask this guy what the fuck that was, he would have no idea. Then, with my Entrepreneurship Foundations and Mindset teacher and lecturer, I was learning the mindset of an entrepreneur from an employee, which obviously is a little bit incongruent. This employee likes a safe, steady paycheck. She values security and a guaranteed income on a week-to-week basis. She values her 2 weeks holiday a year, her security and her superannuation, that being her retirement. Whereas the mindset for an entrepreneur, he likes risks. He likes betting on himself and actually knowing that if he gets the right skill sets and learns the right things and learns from the right people, he can bet on himself and make more money than that security would give him, and he can actually set himself up better for retirement and his future. Completely different mindset from an employee to an entrepreneur. And I was getting taught what an entrepreneur should think by an employee, which once again did not teach me anything that an entrepreneur thinks like. And at the time, I didn't realize how incongruent and how inaccurate the information I was being taught was, because obviously I didn't know what I know now. Since going into the online business space and learning from entrepreneurs and working with people who've done millions, multi-millions online, I've realized that obviously what I was being taught was wrong. And then as well, to touch on business finance, accounting, and data analytics as well. These subjects here, yes, they taught me some stuff. I can't say any of it is actually applicable to what the fuck I'm doing now at all. Literally none of it. I'm not chucking in absolutely crazy numbers into a calculator based off of some really, really technical formula I was given to work out how to predict an investment and the results it gets over time through business finance. The accounting side of stuff, yes, it's probably relevant. As an entrepreneur, you just pay smarter people to do your accounting for you if you know how to make money. So it's not really relevant to being an entrepreneur. Yes, you need to understand the basics, but I believe in what I've learned. You just pay someone smarter than you for the accounting side of stuff. And the data analytics stuff as well. Once again, similar to business finance, I don't think it's really that applicable. And it's quite outdated to the stuff we were learning, to reality of entrepreneurship, and at least the entrepreneurship I've experienced with the online business space and the online education space. Now, in saying that, the results I got from all this, I got $16,000 in debt. I had zero clue about business, how to run a business, what a business even is, how to provide value to the marketplace. I didn't know how to market. I didn't know how to sell because I never touched on the topic of sales at a business school, which is sales is the most important skill in business. I didn't understand product fulfillment. I didn't know managing finances, building teams, building systems, none of it. I didn't know a thing, okay? And this is meant to be from a top 100 business school in the world. I paid $16,000 for this education and I come out of it knowing nothing. And then towards the end of 2022, and then more specifically 2023, now 2024, I've invested over $2,000 into books. I've invested over $20,000 into online education and online mentors and network groups as well of entrepreneurs. And the lecturers or the teachers I had in these investments, when I was investing in books on financial literacy, guess who my teacher was, or the person teaching me from that book was? A multi-millionaire who used financial literacy and the education in that book to get to where he was as a multi-millionaire. When I invested into my sales mentor, guess what? He is a sales expert and has sold millions of dollars in sales over the last 4 or 5 years and done it all online, which is why I invested in him and got the results that he had and shortcutted my way to success, and now I'm doing the same thing. When I invested into someone to teach me how to do YouTube videos and what I should focus on to grow my channel, guess what? I invested into someone who had done exactly that and has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube and could actually teach me from experience, and now my YouTube is growing. We've done over 70 subscribers in the last month, so it must be working. When I wanted to learn personal branding, I invested thousands of dollars into someone who has had success with their personal brand to teach me their blueprint and exactly how they got success with their personal brand. Guess what happened? My personal brand is now growing. I'm now getting organic traffic and people are asking me questions on how I'm doing what I'm doing, and then I can teach them in the future. Guess what I'm going to do when I go into my online business? I'm going to pay an online guru or someone who's had success in the business I want to go in. I'm going to pay them whatever it costs to get the information that I don't have and the information that they have in order to run a successful online business. Every single investment I have made in online education and that I will make in online education has been through someone who has had the results I'm looking for, or will be through someone that I've had the results I'm looking for. And every time I've done it, guess what's happened? I've put in the effort. It hasn't been easy, but I've put in the effort. I've applied what they've taught me, and I've got the exact same results that they said I would get because they have a blueprint that they followed that worked for them. If it worked for them, it's going to work for me as well if I put in that same effort and become that same person. Now, the results this has brought me. So you compare this to $16,000 in debt, no clue how to run a business, no clue about business at all. Now I am making a decent amount of money online. I'm on track to do another $10,000 this month. I did over $10,000 the other month. I made a few $1,000s last month online. I had a little bit of a high to low period. Now I'm back up at a high period. So I'm about to do $10,000 a month online. I have opportunities to work for companies who are doing multiple 7, sometimes 8 figures online a year, working with founders who are doing millions and millions and millions of dollars a year, learning from them as well. I'm making an income completely online, completely remote. I'm living in Thailand right now. I'm not stuck in Australia. Commission only, so I don't have the employee mindset. It's completely based on my skill set and the value I'm providing to society. And more importantly, because of what I've learned over the last 12 to 24 months and what I'm learning now working with these entrepreneurs, I am on the path to making a lot more money than just 10K per month, okay? Within the next 12 to 24 months, mark my words, I will be making 100K a month. I'll have a portfolio of real estate investments. I will have a crypto portfolio, and I will be completely self-sufficient and self-sustaining through entrepreneurship and business through the education I got through online education and business gurus. And that's obviously looking long-term. If we compare the path I was looking at long-term with university and traditional education, I was going to end up in a corporate company as a middleman, probably on 100K a year, making 6 figures with some super bonuses and maybe some bonuses, and stuck, not knowing about business, just working in the middle somewhere, going along with what I was meant to do. So moral of the story, invest in online education. If you want to learn business and you want to go down that path of entrepreneurship, do not waste your time in university. Do not go the traditional path of university. You're just going to get scammed $16,000 of student debt, learn nothing, get really confused, and end up nowhere. If you want success in business, learn through online education, learn through mentors who have actually done what you want to do, okay? Find people who are ahead of you in the area of life you want to get to and pay them whatever it costs and get there as well. Simple as that. Don't waste your time in uni, go to online education.